Where's my man, Timmy?
Weird. And then they start being weird. They're weird. Donald Trump's weirdness. Very weird. It's just too weird. Weird. And weird. That is Tim Walz, the compilation of weird, just a little bit of what he's really been highlighting over the last few weeks and really what helped him land the VP pick of Kamala Harris. With the fact that he made up this attack ad, and I guess it's been somewhat effective, of calling Republicans weird. Now, I don't know. The people who say that there's 17 different ways to identify from a gender perspective, calling others weird, I think is kind of weird, but I'll leave that aside. But in honor of Tim Walz, over the last few days, I have highlighted 3 things that I would consider kind of weird. And I could do 10 things, but to keep the show moving, I've been giving you 3 things every night that I think it's fair to consider being weird. Let's start with Tim Walz himself, all right? Here was Tim Walz during his speech last night. This was a weird moment, wouldn't you say?
I had 24 kids in my high school class, and none of them went to Yale.
Now, that's a shot at J.D. Vance, who went to Yale after Ohio State. It's kind of a weird flex, isn't it? Yeah, I was a high school teacher, and none of my kids went to an Ivy League school. Well, okay. I mean, are you proud of that? Wouldn't you be more proud if you were like, yeah, half my kids went to Ivy League schools, and I'm really proud of them because they got into some of the most exclusive universities in the country? I heard that last night, and I'm like, was that supposed to be an insult of J.D. Vance? Was that supposed to be a self-own from Tim Walz? Yeah, I did such a great job teaching. None of my kids went to Ivy League schools. Like, but what's the purpose of that? Who are you taking a shot at? And by the way, considering the Ivies pump out liberals at like a 90% rate, I'm not sure that's the own that you think it is. It's far more rare for somebody to come out of one of these places as a conservative, a la J.D. Vance. So I thought it was a strange moment from Tim Walz, but that is par for the course. Then there was this. There was this from one of the delegates. You know, I love these delegates. You know, they get the microphone. They're standing in front of 20,000 people in the entire world, and then they, you know, do strange things like this one yesterday from New Jersey.
My name is Dr. Joey Perella, pronouns she, her, hers. I'm a proud resident of the Garden State.
All right, Dr. Joey, she, her, hers. That was yesterday, but, you know, these delegate moments keep getting better. Here's another one from last night.
Only be heard if we vote. As the saying goes, if you're not at the table, you're on the menu. So Gen Z, let's take our seat in our democracy and cast our ballots this November for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. And
now, I know you can't see that clip, but if you find that clip, and I can share it on X momentarily, the person who's got the microphone saying, if you are not on the table, you're on the menu, it's safe to say the individual has probably not seen an item on the menu she did not like. The lack of self-awareness in that moment is something that you probably have to see it to get the full appeal. So I'll just leave it at that, and you can find it momentarily because I don't want to go any further. So I'm going to give you a bonus one, okay? I've got 2 down. Let's go to Spike Lee. Here's one of the other weirder moments I saw last night. Spike Lee showing up at the DNC, and this was just painfully awkward.
I wanted to be here. This is not history. This is her story.
Oh, no. Did he just do what I thought he did?
I wanted to be here. This is not history. This is her story.
Oh, the cringe. This is not history, says Spike Lee. This is her story. Oh, gosh.
Sounded like you said horror story.
Yeah, oh, well.
Uh-oh.
Could mean a lot of things there. A lot of ways to interpret that. But I'm just sitting here and make the cringe stop. Please.
Help me with the cringe, please. Oh, no, please.
She's going to be the first woman to be president of this United States of America. Blended family, the whole Howard University, HU, so this is a amazing moment in the history of these United States of America. And we got to go forward, not backwards. We got to go forward, we got to advance. We want to bring equity around this nation where we will lead the world. So, I travel a lot of times but outside the United States, and when this guy was president, people, total strangers, will pull me and say, what the hell is going on?
Donald Trump.
Yes. I try not to say his name, but people, total strangers on planes just walking around all over the world saying, what is wrong with America? How did that guy get elected? So those 4 years where the world was looking at us like with the side eye, like WTF. And we know what that means.
Oh, yeah, we do. Do the right thing, Spike. Do the right thing.
Because in Europe, all you get is CNN. I don't know if when you were in Italy, if you know that. When I went to France in 2019, that was it.
Yep.
So people in the capital, Donald Trump?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he's doing all right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. Oh,
But,
yeah.
Yeah, CNN's all they get. So.
That's all they get. Spike Lee, not exactly a modern-day MLK Jr. there. But, my gosh. It's not history. It's her story. And by the way, Orange Man bad, in case you didn't know. Equity, equality, bad orange fella. He checked off the boxes there, did Spike Lee, talking to CNN. That was painful. But I'll give you a bonus one here before we put a bow in the hour. The bonus weird moment of the night came from Bill Clinton. Now, I was told if you mispronounce Kamala Harris's name, that is, some kind of racial injustice or something like that, right? Well,
ask for their help and then follow our leader, Kamala. We need Kamala Harris.
I haven't seen Bill Clinton in any kind of meaningful way since my favorite Bill Clinton moment from the last 8 years is at Trump's inauguration when he's checking out Ivanka. Do you remember that clip? And Hillary notices he's checking out Ivanka, and she kind of gives him that dirty side eye. Oh, my gosh. By the way, he's aged 100 years since 2016. He did not look good, and I say that with all due respect. He just didn't look good last night. His hands were shaking, the whole deal. So I wish him well. But listen, you've been married to Hillary your whole life. The fact that he's not 6 feet under by now is pretty amazing.
I was telling John earlier, he reminded me of Biden.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a good scene. And he's younger than Biden. He's 78, which that tells you something, too. Holy smokes.